Hello, thank you so much for coming back and watching today's video. I really do appreciate it. So today's video is how to stay fresh and dry all summer long. So if you'd like to see some of my tips and tricks, and these are going to be pretty basic, but some of them aren't, then please keep on watching. Also make sure that you subscribe to my channel, hit that notification bell, bookmark my page. I upload a video every single day of the week, plus I also do live streams every Sunday night at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I would love for you to be able to come on back and watch whenever you would like. So, we are into summertime majorly, okay? It's like in the 80s, almost 90s here where I live, and I know places like California, Texas, the South, Florida, even New York, the Midwest, whatever, it can get really, really hot. And we don't always have the availability to stay inside in air conditioning. So, you can get pretty sweaty and gross and grimy. I know I do. So these are some of basic tips and tricks on how to stay fresh and dry all summer long. Course number one is to shower or bathe daily. I know that seems like pretty common sense, but there's some people that can't, whether or not they have a difficult living situation or maybe they have like skin issues. I have people in my personal life that have severe eczema, so it can make skin conditions worse if you do shower daily. But if you can't shower or bathe daily, at least taking what they call like a sponge bath or sink bath or whatever can help. And that's just getting those extra smelly parts, your armpits, your groin, any place where you sweat heavily. My second tip is, if you don't like to wash your hair daily, at least use dry shampoo or wear it up. Put on a cute scarf, put on a hat, okay? That's going to help keep that sweat and grime in your scalp instead of it running down onto the rest of your body. I personally do like to wash my hair daily, so that's what I do. But I know a lot of people don't like to wash their hair every day, but dry shampoo, a cute ball cap, that can make a world of difference. Even just throwing your hair up in a high bun can really help keep all that stuff where it's supposed to be and not running down your neck, your back, your face, which can cause breakouts, which nobody wants. My third tip, obviously, is to wear either antiperspirant or deodorant. I know there's a lot of people out there that don't like to wear antiperspirant because that's aluminum in it. Yeah, that's totally your deal. Even if you make your own with like baking soda, coconut oil, whatever, however you like to control or help manage your sweat glands, that is totally your business. But putting it on daily, if you're a heavy sweater like I am, putting it on twice a day can really, really help. I personally love Secret, okay? I also really love Degree. I'm a heavy sweater, I'm a bigger person. My body does not react to heat in a positive way. So I always put antiperspirant. I personally like antiperspirant, even if there is aluminum. I don't care. I like to use antiperspirant. I put this on at night, really, really good coat. And then in the morning when I wake up, after I get dressed, so that way I don't get any white transfer marks, I'll put on another layer, and it does help to keep me dry all day long. And I love the scent. Secret's a great antiperspirant. So is Suave. If Secret's a little too expensive for you, which, this can be like $4, $4.50. Suave makes a great kind of dupe for Secret. Lots of great scents and 24-hour sweat and odor control. So that's always a winner. So when you're showering or taking a bath, whether it's daily, hopefully, or if it's every other day, whatever, using a deodorizing body wash or body bar does help a ton. So Irish Spring, I have my bottle of Coast here. Zest makes a great one. Even like Irish Spring and Zest have come out with moisturizing formulas, because I know that deodorizing body washes and soaps, they can be drying on the skin, but there are moisturizing ones out there now. Back when I was younger, like in middle school and stuff, there wasn't, but there are now. Irish Spring has one in a white box that has aloe in it, and then they also have a Zest one that is moisturizing. Even something like Dove, where it has a nice strong scent, that's going to help a ton. Obviously, you don't have to use a washcloth or like a netted bath puff. Just using your hands and really, really getting in there really, really helps. If you can't use scented body washes or whatever. If you just have to use water, that's cool too. You can do that. Just make sure you're getting really good in those areas where you have a lot of sweat glands, and it's really going to help to wash away all that sweat, bacteria, oil, all that kind of stuff. So definitely helps. Another thing I like to do is, I've already done a video on this, but body powder. Sometimes we don't put antiperspirants or deodorants where other places where we sweat. Like when it gets really hot here, like the crease of my elbow, behind my knees, my inner thighs, those can still get sweaty and stuff. So I personally do love using body powder for those areas. It just leaves a nice layer on the skin. The powder, it's talc free, it's just cornstarch, so you can totally make your own, but I got this at the Dollar Tree, so it's $1 for a large container. The cornstarch helps to absorb that wetness, so it leaves you feeling dry and fresh. So I really like using this in other places that I don't put antiperspirant, so that's really nice. Another thing is, when you are getting overheated, okay, go sit down, go rest. I always carry like paper towels to wipe away the extra sweat. What causes the odor is the bacteria feeding on the sweat that you produce. Sweating is a natural thing. You need to sweat to cool your body down when it gets overheated. So the reason why you get like smelly when you sweat is because the bacteria feeding on that sweat that you produce. So wiping that sweat away can really help to control that bacterial growth, so you'll stay smelling fresh and clean. Another thing I really enjoy doing is using body splashes, perfume, stuff like that. You don't want to go like how old school like young men in my middle school were. They didn't want to shower after gym class, so they would just put on a half a bottle of Axe body spray. You don't want to do that. You don't want the mixture of like body odor and a whole bunch of fragrance, okay? So, putting on deodorant, showering, wiping away excess sweat, and doing a light body splash of perfume can really just help make you feel more fresh, and yeah, it just can really help. I know these are basic things, but I think sometimes people get so caught up with, other things that they don't think about it. Always change your clothes, right? Change your socks. Not just men, but women too. They can get, there's toenail fungus and there's athlete's foot, especially in these hot summer months where your feet might be shoved into shoes, and, so always make sure you change your socks and your clothes. And guys, here is one of the biggest ones: dry off completely when you get out of the shower or tub. I know so many people, okay, that they don't do their back, they don't do, they just do the armpits and under the boobs and stuff like that. You need to dry off completely, okay? We've all been around something that smells mildewy, whether it's clothes that have been sitting in the washer for too long, or maybe it's an individual. We've all been there, guys. Dry off completely after taking your shower, after getting out of the pool, anything like that. Anytime you've been wet, dry off completely. It's really gonna help, okay? But guys, I know summer sucks for some of us. It sucks for me. I hate it personally, but there are ways to still be feeling clean and fresh, and everything's under control. And honestly, there's might be some days you need to shower twice a day. I know I have some of those days. I work indoors, but sometimes when I have to be outdoors for a super long period of time, I shower at night. But some days I do have to shower twice, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just getting, once again, all that sweat off. That's your goal. You want to get that sweat off. You either want to help control it with an antiperspirant or a body powder, whatever, but you want to get that excess sweat off, because that's where that smelling funky comes in, is once you've sweated and it's been sitting on your skin and that bacteria starts to grow. Once again, there's nothing wrong with the bacteria growing. It's natural, okay? It's just ways to kind of combat it, ways to control those issues that come about sweating. You don't want to do anything to stop yourself from sweating, okay? There are instances where people need to go get Botox injections and sweat glands, but it's because they actually sweat too much. Their body produces too much sweat. Most people, that's not going to happen to them. So don't feel gross, don't feel weird. Sweating is natural, it's normal. You're supposed to do it when you get hot. But smelling because of sweat, you don't have to do that. You can definitely help kind of combat that with some very simple hygiene ways. And I personally like taking a cool shower. It feels good during these super hot summer months. But I hope you enjoyed this really weird, awkward, and pretty basic video. If you did, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Also make sure that you share this video. I'd appreciate it. There might be some people that might enjoy my awkwardness. You never know. Also make sure that you guys leave a comment down below. What is your favorite way to combat those icky, gross summer months? What do you do? I'd love to know down below in the comments. And don't forget, you're always welcome to follow me on my other social media, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. It's all at Budget Glam Babe. Don't go anywhere quite soon. I don't know. Don't go anywhere. I have another video that should start auto-playing, or you can click on one of the ones that should be popping up around me. So I'll see you in just a second.